If we add the incomes of all American families in 2012, the total comes to about $9 trillion. The number of families in the US is 166 million. All these families are represented in our graph below on a percentile scale, from 0 to 100. If we were to distribute the total income equally, we would get about $56,000 per family on average. However, the reality is quite different. Let us see how this income is really distributed. The top 1% have 22.5% of the income, while the bottom 40 have only 11.2%. Another way to look at it is that the top 10% have about half the income share, whereas the bottom 90% have the other half. If we were to represent the real income distribution on a graph, it would look something like this. As you would expect, the bar that represents the top 1% is off the charts. If we try to plot the 0.01%'s income, it reaches the stratosphere. The rest of the chart virtually disappears. If we superimpose the average income back onto the graph, we can see that the bulk of the share that the bottom 60% would have got if all incomes were equal goes to the top 10%, and even there, mostly to the top 1%. In fact, the income of the top 1% is the same as that of the bottom 57%. If we bring in the poverty line, we can see that roughly 16% of Americans fall under it. It would take only 8% of the income from the top 1% to eradicate poverty in America.